Right now, this month, $3.4 million, 3.4 million Social Security payments, landed exactly on time. Every one of them hit the account it was supposed to hit. Nobody skipped a payment. Nobody got shorted a dime. And for a growing number of people, not one of those dollars can be touched. Not because it's gone. Not because the government clawed it back. It's sitting there, real, deposited, theirs, behind a piece of plastic that quietly stopped working. Somewhere right now, an envelope from a bank nobody's ever heard of is sitting on a kitchen counter, unopened, next to a bill that's due, next to a card that used to work fine until it didn't. Maybe it's been there 3 days, maybe 3 weeks. Nobody's counting, which is exactly the problem. The Social Security Administration just changed who runs Direct Express. The prepaid card 3.4 million beneficiaries use instead of a bank account. Comerica is out. A bank most people have never heard of, Fifth Third, is in. And that single swap is about to leave a chunk of that 3.4 million locked out of money that is legally, completely theirs. Not lost. Locked. And the difference between those two small words is about to matter more than most people realize. Here's the swap, plain. The Bureau of the Fiscal Service pulled Comerica Bank off Direct Express and handed the job to Fifth Third Bank. New enrollments already started in May. For everyone who already has a card, the transition starts this summer and keeps rolling into next year. 3.4 million people. That's not a typo, and it's not a niche program. If you get Social Security or SSI and you don't have it going into a regular bank account, if a plastic card is how that money reaches you every month, this is you. Even if you've never once said the words Direct Express out loud. Maybe you've never handled this card yourself. Maybe it's your mother's, or it's how your brother with a disability gets his SSI, and you just help him check the balance when he asks. Doesn't matter whose name is on it. If that card is anywhere in your life, this transition is anywhere in your life too. That's the part almost everyone misses. Most people don't think of it as Direct Express. They think of it as their Social Security card, full stop. It's the card they use at the grocery store, the one they pull out at the pharmacy counter. A brand name buried somewhere on a piece of plastic they stopped reading years ago. So when a letter shows up from a bank they've never heard of, the instinct isn't, oh, that's my card program updating. It's, who is this? And why do they have my information? Which this month is exactly the wrong question to get wrong. Quick and honest. Nothing here is legal or financial advice. Just the facts so you can act on them. For anything specific to your account, that's a conversation with SSA or a professional, not a video. If you're someone who's never heard Direct Express before this exact moment, drop a comment and say so. You are absolutely not the only one. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for. Because here's where it gets serious. There's no single person doing this to you. That's what makes it slip past so many people. There's no villain to point at, just a mailing list. Here's how the transition is actually built. New enrollments into the Fifth Third system already started back in May. For everyone who already has a card, the real transition, existing cardholders getting swapped over, starts this summer, and it doesn't happen all at once. It rolls out address by address, in waves, stretching into next year. Which means the letter that matters to you might land this month, or it might not show up until months from now. There's no single date to circle on a calendar, which sounds harmless, until you realize what it actually means. Nobody at SSA is required to confirm that you personally opened yours, read it, and understood what to do next. The system's job ends at mailed. Your job starts at acted on it, and nobody's checking whether you did. SSA's own advisory language, if you go read it, is honest about this. Advance notice will be given. It doesn't say exactly when, for you specifically. It doesn't say what happens if that notice sits in a stack of mail for 3 weeks. It just says the notice goes out. The rest is on you. Now walk the actual chain, because this is where people get it backwards. Your old Comerica card keeps working. It doesn't shut off the day this announcement drops. It stays valid until it expires on its own, or until your new Fifth Third card physically arrives. So far, fine. No emergency yet. Then the new card shows up. And here's the piece that trips people. It does not work the moment it lands in your mailbox. It has to be activated, through the app, through the website, or by calling the number printed on the card itself. Until that happens, the card is just plastic. Picture two versions of the same person. One opens the envelope the day it arrives, calls the number on the card, and is fully switched over in about 10 minutes. never misses a beat. The other sets it on the counter next to the mail she'll deal with later, the way most of us set aside anything that looks like paperwork. Both of them get paid, right on schedule, the exact same amount, but only one of them can actually reach it. You'd think a delayed card means a delayed payment. It doesn't. Your Social Security deposit still lands, on schedule, exactly like always. Nothing about your payment amount or your payment date changes. The money is there. It's sitting on the account right now. What's missing isn't the deposit. It's you, holding a working way to reach it. For someone with a bank account on the side, an unactivated card is an inconvenience, annoying, forgettable by Tuesday. For someone whose entire Social Security check has never touched anything but this card, it's the only door to that money. And right now, for however many weeks it takes that letter to get read and that card to get activated, that door is closed. Not by SSA taking it back, by nobody telling you it needed a key. And that confusion, a new name, an unfamiliar bank, a letter that looks official but feels off, doesn't just cost people time. It's exactly what someone else out there has already learned how to use against you. Somebody already figured out how to weaponize this switch. And it's not complicated. It's just cruel. A text lands on your phone, or a call. It says it's from Direct Express. Sometimes it even uses the name Fifth Third, because the scammer knows that's the new bank you're supposed to be hearing about. It tells you there's a problem with your card. Your account needs to be verified. Your information needs to be resubmitted before your next payment. There's a link, right there, ready to tap. And because you already know in the back of your mind that something is changing with this card, because you got a real letter, or you heard about it somewhere, or you're watching this video right now, that fake message doesn't sound crazy. It sounds like exactly what you were told to expect. That's the whole trick. They're not tricking you into believing something false. They're timing a lie to land on top of a truth. This isn't a new scam wearing a new outfit either. The Social Security Administration's own Inspector General has put out warnings about fake Direct Express messages before. This exact playbook recycled every time there's real news about the card to hide behind. A bank swap affecting 3.4 million people is about the biggest cover story a scammer could ask for. So hear this part clearly, because it's the one piece of information in this entire video that matters more than any other. Direct Express will never, not by text, not by email, not by phone, ask you for your card number, your PIN, your password, or your security code, not to verify you, not to reactivate you, not for any reason. If you get that text, you don't click it. You don't call the number it gives you. You go straight to the number printed on your actual card or the official Direct Express site you type in yourself. Never a link someone else sent you. Think about what's actually at stake here. Every dollar in the last beat, the payment sitting there, waiting, locked behind an unactivated card. That's inconvenient, but it's recoverable. You activate the card, the door opens, the money was never going anywhere. But hand your card number and PIN to a text message, and that same money isn't locked anymore. It's gone, moved to an account that isn't yours, by someone who was never Direct Express in the first place. One version of this story ends with a delay. The other ends with an empty account. The only thing standing between them is whether you know, right now, which messages are real. If anyone in your family has gotten a text like this, asking them to verify a Direct Express card, say so in the comments, and say roughly when it happened. The more people who see it named out loud, the fewer people it catches next. Here's how you close this gap before it ever opens. First, your address. This sounds almost too simple to matter, but it's the whole ballgame. SSA can only mail your new card to the address they have on file, not the one you moved to 2 years ago, not the one on your driver's license, not the one your kids think you live at. The one actually sitting in their system right now. If that's wrong, the letter goes to a house you don't live in anymore, gets forwarded late or never at all, and you become the last person in your own household to find out anything changed. Log into your online My Social Security account and look at the address on file. It's right there under your profile information. Don't have an account or don't trust doing it online? Call SSA directly and ask them to read back what address they have for you. Either way costs you 5 minutes. Today, not next week, not when I get around to it. Second, don't panic toss your old card. Your Comerica card keeps working right up until it expires on its own, or the new fifth third card physically arrives in your hands. Nobody is going to call you and tell you to cut it up early, and if someone does, that's already a red flag, not an instruction to follow. Throwing it out before you have the replacement or letting someone talk you into switching over now, before the new card is sitting in front of you, is how people create the exact gap this video is warning about. Keep using it exactly like you always have. The old card isn't your enemy here. It's your bridge. Third, and this is the one that actually protects you from everything in this video, including the scam. When that new card does arrive, activate it through exactly one of three places: the official Direct Express app you download yourself, the official website you type into your browser with your own hands, or the phone number printed directly on the physical card. Not a number from a text, not a link from an email, not a number a caller reads out to you over the phone. You reach out to them through the channel printed on the plastic sitting in your hand, because that's the one version of activating your card that a scammer simply cannot fake. They can copy a logo. They can fake a caller ID. They cannot put a working phone number on a piece of plastic that's already in your possession. And if the new card never shows up at all, if enough time has passed and you're still holding an old one about to expire, that's not a moment to wait around. That's a moment to call SSA directly and ask where the replacement is, the same way you'd chase down any piece of mail that never arrived. A missing card is a phone call. It is never a reason to hand your information to whoever reaches out to you first claiming they can fix it. Do those three things. Check the address, keep the old card, activate only through the official channel, and this entire story, the swap, the mailing, the scam text, stops being able to touch you. Not because the transition isn't real, because you closed the only door it could have used. So don't leave this video and forget by dinner. Do these three things today. Pull out your phone right now and check your SSA mailing address. If you've got an online My Social Security account, it's a 30-second look. Log in, click your profile, and the address sitting there is exactly what SSA will mail your new card to. If you've never set one up, don't start now under pressure. Just call the number on the back of your current card and ask the representative to confirm what address they have on file for you. Either path, you'll know in under 5 minutes whether that letter is even going to reach you. If you know someone who uses this card, a parent, an aunt, a neighbor who's never touched online banking in their life, send them this video right now, not later. Text it to them, or better, call and walk them through it while you're both looking at it. It can be as simple as, "Hey, did you get a letter from a bank called Fifth Third? Don't throw it out, let's check something first." That one sentence is enough to start the conversation. This is exactly the kind of thing that reaches people through someone else's phone, not their own scrolling. The people most at risk here are often the ones least likely to be the ones watching this video in the first place. And save the real activation number somewhere you'll actually find it later. Written on a sticky note by the phone, saved as a contact labeled clearly, whatever works for you. So that when the real card shows up, you're not digging through drawers for it, and you're not, even for a second, tempted to just use whatever number a text message hands you because it's faster. 3 simple things. 15 minutes total, spread across a week, if that's genuinely what it takes for you. That's the entire cost of not becoming the person in that story. $3.4 million, landing exactly on time, every single month. That's still true. Nothing in this video changes that number. Your payment isn't shrinking. It isn't being taken. It's not going anywhere. Picture that envelope again, the one from the beginning, sitting on the counter, unopened. Nothing about it looks urgent. No red stamp, no countdown, no siren. That's exactly why it works on people who'd never fall for something loud and obvious. The quietest version of a problem is the one that gets ignored the longest. What changes is one thing. Whether you're the person holding the working key to the door it's sitting behind, or the person who let a letter sit unopened on the counter until it was too late to tell the difference between a real card and a fake text. Nobody is coming to take that money away from you. Nobody has to. All it takes is silence, an unopened envelope, and enough time passing that a text message starts to look like the fastest way to fix a problem that never should have become one. That money was never gone. It was only ever waiting on you. So open the envelope,